Now I'm going to go over the monohybrid cross worksheet with you. Mono means one, so when we do monohybrid crosses, we're just looking at one trait. So let's look at our vocabulary. Genotypes made of the same allele. Well, same means homozygous. Homo means the same, so D we go in number 1. Different forms of genes for a single trait. Okay, the different forms of the genes are the different alleles. Okay. The gene that is always expressed, if it's there, it's going to show up because it is dominant. That would be the dominant allele. So B, we go there. Gene that is expressed only in the homozygous state. That means you had to have 2 of that allele for it to show up. And that would be recessive. Right there. And the genotype with 2 different alleles. Well, hetero means different, so heterozygous would be the 2 different alleles, and that is C. That's the vocabulary. Okay, below each of the following words or choices, circle the choice that are examples of each type. So dominant alleles, and this is just reminding us that normally we use capital letters to show the dominant allele. So capital D would be dominant, capital L, capital N, capital R, and capital S. Those would be the dominant alleles. We usually represent dominant alleles by the uppercase letters. Recessive alleles we're going to represent by lowercase. So lowercase, 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 lowercase. Those would be the recessive alleles. Okay. Homozygous dominant. Homozygous means they're going to have the same. Homo means same. They're going to have the same letters. And dominant means it's going to be 2 of the uppercase letters. So that one, that one has a dominant allele, but it's heterozygous because they're different. Those are little, so those are recessive. Those are little, so those are recessive. That's heterozygous. They're different. Homozygous, both big letters, so that would be homozygous dominant. Homozygous recessive, 2 the same, but they're lowercase. So homozygous recessive, heterozygous, homozygous dominant, heterozygous, homozygous recessive, heterozygous, and homozygous recessive. So genotype in which the dominant gene must show. Well, if you got 2 of the dominant ones, they're going to show. Anytime you have a dominant, it's going to show. So show there too in the heterozygous. Shows there. No dominant allele. That one has a dominant allele, so it'll show. That one has a dominant allele, and that one has a dominant allele. So anytime there's a dominant allele there, it's going to show. Okay. Genotype where the recessive gene must show. Well, the only time we just said that if there's a dominant allele, it's going to show up. So the only time the recessive allele will show is if there are 2 recessive alleles and no dominant alleles. So homozygous recessive is the only time that we will see a recessive trait show up. Okay. Examine the following Punnett squares and circle those that are correct. Well, let's see. Big D, little d, little d, little d, big D, little d, little d, little d. Well, that one appears to be correct. Big D, little d, big D, whoop. Okay, so that one is not. Because this will have a big D and a little d. That's incorrect. Big A, big A. Oh, this should be a big A, little a. So this one is incorrect. Big A, little a, little a, little a, big A, little a, little a, little a. That one is correct. So, what do the letters on the outside of the Punnett square stand for? Well, the ones on the outside, those are the parents. Okay, one would be mom and one would be dad. So that would be the genotypes of the parents. genotype of the parents. So what do the letters inside the Punnett square stand for? And that would be the genotypes of the offspring, or the babies. Genotypes of the offspring. Genotypes of the offspring. Over. Okay, in corn plants, normal height, big N is dominant.